No, no, no. We're gonna take that back. Every time everyone looks at you, Derek, they see the sun because you're fucking beautiful. Don't you dare disrespect yourself like that. Carry on. Once again, it is another good day to be back with Lord of Mysteries. We got another episode tomorrow, I believe. Do me a solid. Leave a like on this video, show your support, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already, and of course, Patreon. You can catch my full live reactions to all this Lord of Mystery greatness and more. But let's jump into it. This should be a two-parter that I've heard nothing but good things about. Yep. Bro is built different with speed. Oh shit. Not the only one who can aura farm, huh? Uh-oh. Looks like deals are getting crossed. Yo, I love how the subs were actually off screen here, and that's not because of how I did my video. Like, they were just not there for me either. Creeping hunger, interesting. I mean, you know it's bad when I'm like, every other day isn't that bad. I thought you were gonna say every day. But holy shit. Oh, that's not good. He can change appearance? That's the real MC. He may be a little innocent, but you know what? We need that at this goddamn meeting. Everyone else is too serious. I don't like how that dog looks at her either. That shit ain't normal. Like, I'm not saying you wouldn't want a pet who could humanly communicate with you. It's just something about the way they've produced that dog just gives me bad vibes. You know, if you would just have my boy Derek on the case from day one, you get him down here, save him from his hellhole, he would have had this case solved right away. That's what a real best boy does. But they had to nerf him, keep him on an island where no one speaks his language. Bro has no right being as cool as he is. Yo, bro had a fucking face. God damn. Oh, Lord. What the fuck am I looking at? Is that like Cthulhu's pussy? Oh. Now, first things first, the most important thing we need to acknowledge is the elephant in the room, and that being my boy Derek. Now, a lot of chaos started to happen by the end of this episode. Now, bro is in a faraway place. No one even speaks his language, right? I'm not saying it'd be an easy mission, but I guarantee you if you would have took my best boy Derek off that godforsaken island wherever the fuck he lives in bumfuck nowhere, we would have been done this arc and sipping tea within a matter of minutes, because that is the power of a best boy. No one does it like Derek. He is the sun. Praise the sun. He is the beacon of light in this godforsaken series. And if he would have been off that goddamn island, I think that pirate would have been on his knees saying, "Thank you, sir. You are the true MC." And with that, I digress. Now, listen, I don't know what in God's name I am looking at. Cthulhu's pussy is just something else, bro. Like, don't you fucking dare is all I can say when it comes to knocking. But it's a very interesting episode, and I guess mini arc, given that it's supposedly 2 episodes, the marked hunt that is. Are they gonna end with a diabolical death tomorrow? I mean, this episode makes you feel like, oh, they're definitely setting up some sort of big death. But they wouldn't do that, right? they wouldn't do that, right? They wouldn't come back for 3 episodes to do a diabolical death on us, would they? But bro is a little built different. He has a fucking item that requires every other day a human sacrifice, and I feel like we're approaching that mark now. It would be hilarious though if you just redirected his own hand on himself and forced himself to kill himself. But I'm telling you, some peak horror imagery. Like, how do you go to sleep knowing that's on your hand, bro? I don't know. The thing is this episode was very slow, but I don't use that as an insult. Like, there was a couple of moments near the beginning and obviously near the end that were very adrenaline pumping. Oh my god. Sakuga fest for days, and I loved it. It was awesome. But for the most part, this was a slice of life meeting focused episode. And if you know me, I love a good meeting. Every time there's a Tensura fan who tries to bitch about meetings, I'll smack him upside the head, right? And I remember when we were in season 1, in general, I heard mixed things. People liked Lord of Mysteries. I mean, the popularity did speak for itself. But among source readers, it was always a coin toss. Whenever a source reader would pop up in my comment section, it was a coin toss on whether it was just going to be the, yeah, I'm glad you're liking it, but as a source reader, here's why I fucking despise this. Or, as a source reader, could be better, but I'm just happy to see my favorite series adapted. It felt like, I could be wrong, that sometimes people weren't a fan of how the meetings were handled. Not because we don't want meetings, but because maybe they should have been better. And, I will say, while I liked the season 1 meetings, the little times we'd get together, it's almost like a little family reunion, catch up with all the homies, they weren't the best part of season 1. Oddly enough, The best part of this episode was indeed the roundtable meeting. So, maybe it's recency bias, or maybe, just maybe, what I'm thinking is they did change up the pacing. Like, honestly, the biggest change to me was just that the meeting lasted longer. I felt like they took more time to see where all the characters were at. I mean, it helps that you have a new person at the table and, they're trying to be like, hey, let the MC solve everything. And they're like, calm down, bro. If we send you into every situation, the show would be over. But I mean, bro's out here fucking desperate because homie's on the run and, he can change his appearance. Thankfully, one of the people that we work with has the ability to track down people fairly successfully. And even if you can change your appearance, your general personality and characteristic traits are going to remain the same, right? So there is a way to track them down. It was very cool because you wouldn't expect a normal show to be able to dedicate as much time to hey, we're looking for a character and we need to hunt the character and potentially defeat the character if we only have 2 episodes to work with. Now, it's entirely possible that we won't fully defeat him and that will be a season 2 plotline. But still, I think a lot of shows would be afraid to dedicate this much time, and most likely, I'm not going to be surprised if Lord of Mystery fans are like, yeah, actually walking into this, I was a little concerned they were going to rush that meeting. But hopefully they're going to be like me, like, yeah, I was surprised. It actually was a decent length. I don't know, man. Like, this is the show that if every meeting was designed the way they did it here, I'd be okay for like 3 to 5 episodes straight of them just talking. Because they're all on different wavelengths, right? Like they think their man in charge is always all knowing, all powerful, but bro's fucking faking it till you make it. And everyone's up to different things. And it's kind of interesting how normally none of them would ever interact with each other, but because of bringing them together in this way, we all can mutually benefit each other. Oh, you're not at the sequence, let me help you with this, blah, blah, blah. I need help here. Derek's out here saying, can you get me off this godforsaken island? But everyone's fucking ignoring him for a bit. But either way, everyone's slowly but surely gaining something while helping each other in a way they normally wouldn't. And I like that. I think it's a very fun direction. I will say, I was hoping for a little more pirate boat-based action, especially with, how I thought we were being teased. But the little stuff at the start was very cool. And, hopefully in season 2, we can get even more. Hell, we might get more next episode. I don't know. But I am what you would call a whore for naval-based combat. I like a big old pirate battle, and they did introduce a very large ship with a lot of very large guns, so I assume at some point we're going to get more of that. But either way, like, the couple minutes at the very beginning of the episode was just pure pirate fun and, fucking chaos-induced, and I fucked with it heavy. All I know, man, is that this was another enjoyable episode. Now, is it better than Best Boy Derek's episode? Of course not. He's Best Boy Derek. You can't go against Jesus Christ as a lowly servant and expect to beat him. But in general, is this still a very good episode? Yeah, I mean, best meeting I can remember watching a Lord of Mysteries, and I mean, that's a good praise, because, like I said, even though I wasn't a hater of Lord of Mystery meetings, there was times where they were enjoyable, but I wouldn't be like, oh my god, they're the best part of an episode, just because other conversations typically would be. I don't know, is this a good sign of things to come? Probably. I mean, I think, in general, there was some pushback with how they handled certain things in Season 1, and if they're testing the waters with these special episodes, or what I think probably happened is something I talked about when we covered it the first season, is that sometimes you do have to mess with the pacing a bit in the early stages of a show, because most people aren't going to want to watch certain things. Even if you love it in source material, it's going to be boring for the average person. They definitely had a faster pace at the beginning, but now that we're past the intro stuff, they can probably slow it down and, take it a little more chill, which is why probably source readers and, the anime onlys are going to probably enjoy it pretty close to the same. Either way, good episode. Interested how potentially they're going to wrap this arc up next episode, or how they're going to wrap it up and it'll lead to a big-ass arc in Season 2. Either way, very excited for more. You can let me know your thoughts down below. What did you think of the first part of the special episode? Let me know in the comment section below. Leave a like, share your support, subscribe, ring that bell, and of course, Patreon. Full live reactions and exclusives over there. Because, I also got to give those video shoutouts too, because my patrons make it all possible over here on YouTube. Alright, so today we got Grimer, Corville, Mecha, Kristoff, Caleb, Mia Lynch, Cert, Helnura, Amonto Writer, Dark Shadow DX, Your Boy, Imagine Snow, B-Swim, Luke Aldwin, Archerista, Santira Kootenin, and we also have Stotts 21. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and have a good one.